My selfish sister shredded my Stan Lee autograph and said that it was just a piece of paper. So, my dad used my sister's car down payment for restoration. I am a huge Marvel nerd, the kind of nerd that cosplays, goes to cons and draws her stuff. Mostly fan service. My sister ridicules my hobby, saying that it's pathetic and retarded. She claims I am delusional as a grown woman playing dress up. But I always ignore her as long as she doesn't touch my stuff. So 3 years ago I managed to save up enough to go to a con in the USA and meet the real Stan Lee. He signed one of my pictures I did of the Big Three and complimented it. The picture is a painting I made for 1 month, and having Stan Lee sign it himself is one of the best days of my life. Since then the signed picture has always been on my wall. Flash forward. A few weeks ago my sister asked for my jacket and I told her no. Reason being that she was a beach to me the whole week. She pouted and I left the house. But when I come back, I see my effing Stan Lee autograph ripped up on the floor. I taped it together but some pieces were missing or too shredded to put together. It's really bad, so I lost it. Then my sister came in and started teasing me, saying, "Look at that grown-ass woman crying over a piece of paper." When she saw that I was really distressed, she started saying that it was just a piece of paper and that I could get a new one. I pushed her out of my room and have been extremely short with her since. She tries to engage in conversation but I shoot her down. She tries to bribe me with movie tickets and I tell her to go with her boyfriend. She hasn't apologized for it. She just says that I should be over it by now. My mom says the same. She says materialistic things shouldn't come in between family and that I should simply let it go. However, my dad is also really mad at my sister and by extension, my mom. He is as big on Marvel as me and he was livid when he found out. This whole ordeal is splitting our family apart. Luckily, my dad and I found someone that restored pictures and we are taking my piece to it. Dad is going to use part of the money he was going to give my sister for her car down payment. As you can imagine, my sister threw a fit and is staying with mom at my grandparents' now. My grandma called me and asked what was happening. I explained to my grandma what happened and tried explaining who Stan Lee was. Surprisingly, she understood just perfectly and I was relieved. For a moment I thought that my dad and I would get poop from everyone. My sister started giving me poop about telling our grandma and being a snitch. I told her that she asked me and I just told the truth. But what took the cake was that my sister ranted in her friend group chat about me and how she couldn't understand my behavior. She again ridiculed my hobby and so on. One of the dudes was pissed and they had a big argument in the GC. The dude was so mad that he posted the screenshots in his Instagram story and they spread like wildfire. She is now being ostracized by our community with a few exceptions. My mom and sister came back in the morning. They didn't talk much to us. My mom came into my room and asked if we found someone that restored the picture. We had a short dry conversation till she asked me why I was making such a big deal about it. And I shut her up and I started by explaining who Stan Lee was, how long the painting took me, and how much it meant to me, equating it to the monetary value and ending it with "It is not only about the autograph. It's about the disrespect you both showed me and how little you seem to care about me. You said that it was not worth it to destroy family over materialistic things, but your daughter destroyed my most valuable possession because I didn't lend her my jacket." My mom cried. She apologized profusely. She said she just didn't know how to deal with it and just wanted the tension to be over, and as I was more cool-headed than my sister, she selfishly expected me to be the bigger person. My mom and dad are now talking to my sister very seriously because she has yet to apologize for everything.